Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 748. And if you've been following the channel long enough, you know that every 3 or 4 weeks I do one of these penny rolls, which I've only seen once. And I got them a couple years ago. And they are typically mostly to all copper. And let's see. Well, there's a couple shiny ones in here. Either those are shiny copper pennies or those are zincs. But I think they're probably shiny copper pennies. The interesting thing about this is even though they're all coppers, none of them are ever wheat cents. So they must have put their wheat cents in a different pile. But I get some beautiful, and it is all copper again. So I'm going to have to really move expeditiously if I want this video to be, if I want to do this whole penny roll in one video. In the past, I've had to do them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make little rows of different condition pennies. Yeah, they're all in such beautiful condition. My theory is that there was I think some of them had phone numbers on them. And that somebody in the area of the bank had passed away, and but they had put their pennies into rolls first, and the rolls were kept in their basement. Pure basement smell was from these pennies. So they were more than likely in someone's basement. And you can see the absolute beautiful condition of these coins. We actually have to keep an eye out for any 80s. Here goes one of the first real shiny sides. Yeah, it's a beauty, man. Misaligned die. I'm not sure if, again, there's never any wheat cents in any of these rolls. So, to me, that's almost like an improbability or impossibility that the person has all of these beautiful, here goes an 80s. And it looks like it has some dye polish lines on it. Let's see if we see a die clash on the reverse. And we see some more of the lines on it. There might have been a die clash there. They might have did a really good job of removing it. They're not the strongest dye polish lines, but they are there, and the coin's in beautiful condition. I will put that to the side. Wow. Absolutely stunning. So that appears to be more of what I get out of these coins when I do one of these penny rolls, is just the nostalgia, of finding of looking through these pennies in this condition, knowing that somebody had put these to the side a long time ago. At what point, obviously, I could never know. But they are very attractive. And I'm sure I found over the past couple of years, I'm sure, Miss Lane, I'm sure I found a couple errors along the way, a die clash here, um, something. I mean, I have to admit, they are in such beautiful, beautiful condition. It's like a time capsule. And these are the ones that I absolutely love. Ready for grading. This is probably like a 63, 64. If you want to know what, I don't know, probably not much. I bet you it's not much. Let's look what a 1963 NGC MS 63 1974. I mean, I'm gonna put 64 in. I think it's a little bit better than that. All right. Let me go lowest first. I put cent in, but I guess everything else came up with it. Let's go lowest first. Yeah, and they're not worth much, man. Here's a really nice one. I might buy it myself. NGC 67 red cameo for $15, free shipping, and it's the S. And it's a proof. But then the funny thing is, it drops down to 18 non-proof 66 plus shipping. So that's like probably $24. Uh, Nobody wants to pull. No one's got money, man. He goes at 68 red ultra cameo. They want $42. Now that makes a lot more sense. I mean, that's a 67 for 15. That's a 68 for 42. The big difference in price. Anyway, they're not worth much, man. They're not worth much. I get it. I know it. I get it. I know it. The whole 9 yards. But I got it for free. You know what I mean? So that's to me, that's really the point behind it. There's something off with this surface. I can see it right away. I don't know what it is though. Let me look at that under the loop. Gotta move the light around. Hmm. I don't know. Oh, look at that. It has a die clash on it. Very small. It's too bad this isn't one of those nice condition ones. I probably would have missed it, to be honest with you. Can you see the die clash? I would have missed it for sure. It's very small, but it's strong for a small one. You see right there in the back of his neck? Yeah, it's a little bar going up and down. It's just it's the die clash. And you can see a weak one on the front. It's just too bad. The condition is, it's probably a really poor condition coin. I don't know if that's just from being banged around too much, but oh well. There's no value in it when it looks like that, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Another one. Yeah. I mean, that's something else, man. Oh, it's got the zinc. See the zinc showing through? Oh, that's nice. I'll put that with the other one. Now the real question is, are any of those MS 68s? Well, even the 68, you saw the 68, what was it, $42? You know, the only way to get cheap grading is to make like, you got to be sending in like hundreds and hundreds of coins, and then they'll give you deals um, on the grading. But if you're sending it 10, 20, 40, 50, oh, that's a beautiful 1960. That's nice. I'm going to put that with the other one. That's nice. That's nice, man. You know, you're going to pay 30, $40 each coin, you know, and that's a little bit of the issue. You know, it comes back at 68. Wow. Okay. You paid $40 to get it graded. Okay. Of course, you can sell it for $50. Okay. eBay takes $10. Meanwhile, there's other people selling it for $42. So kind of not good, you know, not good. So what do? You put them into a flip and you sell it for $5 if you can get $5 for it, you know, or $3 or $4, and you don't go through none of the headache. All right, we moved pretty quickly through this for whatever reason. I mean, I had my coffee. I'm pretty alert. I guess I've seen so many of these already that my eye knows how to travel over it a little faster. I like doing these every once in a while. It's a nice change of pace, you know. I don't know what else I can say besides that. No floating roof, no weak FG. It's a nice change of pace. It's nice to see a little time capsule of, that's a beautiful color, right? Misaligned die. Wow. Super golden. Super, super golden. Maybe I'll put that with the other ones too. Those are the types of pennies you could put into. Wow. Wow, man. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Huh. 71. Something weird about this coin, man. Look at the look at in between the U. There's something weird about the weird about the strike. Let me look at that under the loop. Wow. Okay. So the whole reverse has this like spreading on it. But there's no separation. I bet you it's a cherry picker. I bet you it's a cherry pick. No, wait, let's look at. So it's the reverse. You can see it right there. Let's go to copper coins real quick and see if he's got an FS on this. What is it? 71? 71, right? P1 DR. Yeah, DR. Nothing. 1971 P1 DR. 1971. Yeah, no, nothing. I look at one DO just for the heck of it. Yeah, no. Oh, the 71 DDO. It's strong, strong, strong. I'll show you real quick. Strong. As I guess he's calling this. Well, he's calling this strong, strong spreading. All right, which it almost looks like extra thickness looks a lot like that. Also, he's calling it strong spreading. Yeah, that's very obvious. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I never found a penny like that in hundreds and hundreds of penny rolls. I never found one like that. How much is that one worth? In this condition, yeah, it's worth hundreds of dollars. And MS 60, 63, look at 63, 450. And again, I'm sure these are, I mean, I don't know if this, I think his name is Doug. You can correct me in the comments below. I know I said his name wrong so many times. I think his name is Doug. I don't know I mean, I think these are probably the same prices from years and years ago. So I don't know if he updates them. I would like to think he updates them. There's something, like I said, something odd about this reverse. It could just be the strike. Um, I don't know. Almost looks like a special mint strike. Let me see if there's an SMS. I forgot what years they were for SMS. Um, for pennies. Man, what years SMS pennies? 65, 66, and 67. All right. And 64, there's an abnormality experimental one. All right. So this it's not an SMS. I don't know why I always thought there were different years for special mint strikes, but regardless, I'm going to put this with the special pile. And so not if you notice, not one single zinc cent. Something weird about this surface, right? Misaligned die. I guess it's the trust. Something off about this surface. Does that mean make it valuable or more valuable? I don't know. It's a misstrike. It's a nice looking condition. Is someone going to pay an extra $1 or $2 for this one? You never know. They might. It's a nice misaligned die with weak letters and possibly polishing lines on the surface. Or I'll put it with the other ones. I have these different. I'm making up these different groups, right? The special ones, the shiny ones, the BU, AU, the AU, and then so forth and so forth. The fines or extra fines and the damaged, corroded ones. Wow. Look how, and that is from, you see how the colors are different? Copper on one side, that is from, I believe, the zinc. Too much zinc on one side. It settled to the bottom. That is, and look at the edge, how golden it looks. Yeah, too much zinc. See, it looks more bronzy. Now, what makes, if this coin has value, right? Because this is it's a lamination error. It's too much zinc floating to the bottom. It's because of the condition of the coin. The coin is in such beautiful condition that this paradoxical coloring that it has would, in my opinion, makes it valuable. Now, off camera, it's only under camera that I could see that extra yellow. Off camera, it almost looks the same. Anyway, I'm putting it to the side regardless. I don't know if I'm going to realize it when I look through it, because it doesn't look that yellow off camera. Look at this, man. Yeah, these are beautiful, man. All right. 25 minutes is going to take us to get through this video, at least. That's okay. It's a little bit long, though, that's all I'm saying. 25 minutes is a long time to go. That's 30 seconds a penny. I was going to say 2 minutes. 30 seconds a penny. Yeah, I guess that's not too bad. I know I'm not taking 30 seconds. That looks like a feeder finger. You see the little line going through his neck? It's a very light. It's in one direction. Let me look at that under the loop. Oh, wow. Yeah. That could be a feeder finger. It has these little micro scratches on. Let me see if you can see it. Oh, we gotta look at this through the microscope. You gotta see it through the microscope. It's not the same. You can't. I can already tell. Let me move it back a little. I can already tell you're not gonna get. It's these little scratches. We're on 1x. I don't know if it needs to go higher or not. There it goes. Look at that. Look at that. I think that's a feeder finger. What year is it? 76? All right, let me quickly look for the 1976 feeder finger. $1976. And it'll be in the exact same place on all the same exact pennies. Okay. You want to read it together, but look together. All right. A 1976 feeder finger penny refers to a rare mint error where the coin surface shows distinct scratches resembling finger marks. I don't think that's what it is. It's a line like goes across, and it's not really a finger. They're showing something different there. No, it's a feeder finger. It's a little line when it gets fed. Here it goes. What is a feeder finger? This happens when the machine's mechanical finger, which moves planchets around, and scrapes across the coin surface, leaving unique parallel lines or scratches. That's it right there. Well, this one says the feeder finger is most common on the Denver mint marks. It's a tangible, visible error that tells a story about the minting process. It adds value to the penny, yeah, and they're sought after. I think it's a feeder finger. See, they show it on the D. They say it's something. Let's look at let's see what it looks like on the D. Ah, that's a feeder finger? That's not a feeder finger. It's a little. I mean, it could be, but the one I know of, it's a little couple little lines, and that's it. They're very noticeable. Yeah, we can just go to finger feeder. Watch. It's in error ref. Error ref shows it. Coin community. Let me put an error ref. .com. Oh boy. Sorry. I should have stopped the all right, feederfingererrorref.com. No picture? That is so odd. I guess it was a different. Oh, struck on aluminum feeder. That's something different. Oh, these are different. Okay. All right. Anyway, I remember what I saw. It's a little tiny line. These are something else. I guess I could have looked in the. I could have looked at the images. And I've researched this before. I should probably just go to one of my own videos. But I've researched it before. Look, that's the feeder finger. Look at that. How cool is that? NGC certifies a feeder finger. Oh, that's dope. That's so cool looking. So those are the feeders. Those are the feeder fingers. That's what they look like. And every once in a while, that same feeder. So this is all right. Oh, here we go. Here goes one. This is more. And look, it's so funny. Here goes one. And look, right? He's got it pretty cheap. He's selling it for $20. It's a 2000, but that's it. And that feeder on that 2000 Philadelphia, that feeder finger on that machine left the same exact marks on all of the pennies until it broke or they changed it. And there's thousands of these, maybe hundreds of thousands. You just have to find it, obviously. Anyway, so look at this very closely, and then just go back to. And then if you look at this one, it's kind of very similar. And usually they're all the same direction. This one here, it's going from left to right. That one there is going from right to left, or it could, you know what I'm saying? It's different direction. And that's what'll tell you if it really is a feeder finger. Now, either this year, right, 1976, they had a feeder finger that went in that direction, or it's not a feeder finger. Then it's not a feeder finger. You understand what I'm saying? Either the feeder fingers were moving in this direction or they weren't. If they weren't, it's not a feeder finger. You know, if they were moving in this direction, then it's not a feeder finger. Anyway, and that's how they know. If I do a deep dive into this, I'll find out if it's a feeder finger or not. I'm just, for the purposes of this video, I've already taken up too much time, but I will put it to the side. Possible feeder finger. All right, we got a few more pennies to get through. Thank you, everyone who stood here for a half an hour watching the video. I appreciate it. I hope that you got some value out of it. Those are the types of things. Okay, let's. Slightly rotated. As soon as I turned it around, I realized it. And look, I thought I saw something about, maybe I'm hallucinating over here. All right, let's follow this very closely. I don't know. If it is, it's very slight rotation. Very slight. All right, no big deal. Nothing to write home about. Something going on under the chin. You can see that. And no die clash. Little mark under the chin there, almost like a die clash. Oh yeah, it is a die clash. You can see the line too. Bunch of stuff. No real value. It's not enough. See, every time I flip it, it's at this angle for some reason. Okay, that time it didn't have the angle. Nice strong strike. All right, I'm going to say no extra value on that one. Special thanks to my members for continuing to support the channel. I really appreciate it. My members get to watch the videos ahead of time. Hopefully that provides the value, enough value for them. It's pretty far in advance. Only my members know exactly how far in advance the videos are being uploaded. It's a special little extra treat for for people who are supporting the channel. And I know I need to get a little bit of a little color error. Little color error. I mean, it's a really nice coin to have a color error, to have even a slight color error on that. It's just such an attractive looking coin that somebody might actually want to. I see that up here too. I'm going to put this to the side. Again, it's just such a nice looking coin to have both of those things going on. And how many special coins do we find today? With things going on them, possible errors. We got 9 of them, 9 special coins, and then we got all these beauties here. That's what I'm saying, man. This whenever I do one of those, this is why I usually do them in 2 separate videos because of how long they are. But whatever, man. Love you guys and ladies. So of course, I'll put the extra little work in for you. I hope that little feeder finger thing was interesting. I thought it was pretty interesting, the whole thing about the feeder fingers. That's the one from the eBay. Now, I don't know if that's a feeder finger or not, but I know that that's what they look like. And I hate to say it, usually that's the direction they're going in, though I'm pretty sure I have seen them in the other direction. It depends on the feeder finger. That's all I can say about that. All right, God bless. Episode 748. I will see you in episode 749.